Shotgun Awesome is now officially out, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the season and kind of explaining what I'd like to see from the season in the future. So without wasting any more time, let's hop right into the video. So first of all, I just want to premise how fun this season really is to me. Every single item that they've added has been really unique while still sticking to the theme, which is something that I love to see in Fortnite seasons. And also, it's not just the new items that they added that are fun. Also, these new POIs are absolutely amazing. I love the fights that happen at these POIs. And also, they just look amazing overall. The 4 new POIs that we have are Swarmy Stash, OXR Base, The Hive, and Ranger's Ruin. My favorite of these by far is The Hive. I love its off-spawn fights. They're just absolutely ridiculous. And also, it's just such a competitive drop. And overall, the theming of this location is just on point, and it's really beautifully designed. We've gotten so many huge, ugly biomes in the past 8 seasons, and honestly, I'm just so glad to see that they're not changing the landscape up too much, and also they're not even changing the color of the grass up too much. Yeah, it's kind of blue, but it really still looks really good. They did a really good job at making all the new locations really bug-infested, and it makes all these POIs feel really immersive. The only complaint about these POIs that I have is that Stormy Stash is a location for absolutely no reason. It's a tiny landmark, and for some reason, it's just a named location on the map. It did take Brutal Boxcars, which was a relatively big location. Sorry guys, just a quick pause. After I recorded this segment, I did go back and land at Stormy Stash, and I actually do like it, so I think it does deserve to be a named location. It is actually pretty big, and yeah, I do like it. So I don't really know why they made it a named location. Yeah, that is pretty nitpicky, and it really doesn't matter. Still just a flaw for the season that I wanted to talk about. One of the POIs, Ranger's Ruin, took over Crime City, and it doesn't really fit in the whole crime area very well. Yeah, it's definitely the most similar to the Hive, so I like it. The season also launched with the OXR base, which is a huge military base. And I have mixed thoughts on this POI. One hand, it is really good at selling the whole military aspect of it, but it is just a little bit more plain compared to the other POIs, and honestly just compared to a lot of the POIs this chapter. Though I have only dropped here like 3 times, so I bet that my opinion will change later on in the season. Overall, I think it is still a really good POI, and it's just overshadowed by the other POIs that we've gotten this season. Also, this place in Swarmy Stash are the 2 new POIs without medallions, which does kind of just hold this location back, and not many players are really going to be landing here over the course of the season. But yeah, as I said before, that's not to say that this POI isn't cool. I still think that it's really nice, and it honestly is pretty unique. There is one POI that I forgot about, which is Demon's Debris, which is pretty much just Demon's Domain, but changed a little bit. It is bug infested, and it has a little hive on it, and it has a super broken medallion. But other than that, it's not a huge change. It is pretty cool though, and I bet this will be a big place for competitive, this and the Hive. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the map changes this season, and I just have to say I absolutely love it so far. I'm so glad to see that they didn't make a super oversaturated or ugly biome. That's one of my biggest complaints with some of the past seasons that we've had, like Chapter 5 Season 2, Chapter 6 Season 2, stuff like that. Sure, they did change some stuff up, but it's not like a super drastic change where it's horrible for my eyes to look at. And the color palette that they're using for these new map changes is just beautiful. So all in all, I love these map changes, and I hope Fortnite keeps going in the same direction that we went with this season. Along with all these map changes, we did get an absolutely crazy loot pool. And when I say that, I mean that. Everyone is talking about this loot pool. Literally, in the first few days of the season, we already have some of the most broken Fortnite weapons in the history of the game. And we don't even have all of the weapons yet. Later on into the season, there's going to be more and more crazy weapons. We also have, at least in my opinion, the most broken medallions in Fortnite history. One grants you increased speed, and your crouches are insanely fast, so you can slide around someone's box super easily. One gives you a double jump that gives you fall damage immunity, which also makes you super fast and you can maneuver super easily. And the last one gives you 50 siphon and passively heals you for 3 shield up to 50 shield. And all of these comboed together can be one of the most broken combos in Fortnite history. It's pretty much a guaranteed win at that point. So yeah, the medallions are super busted. But now let's move on to the actual loot pool of the season. The gun that most everybody is talking about is the Wrecker Revolver, which pretty much functions as a pistol and a shotgun. And the shotgun part's just pretty good, but when you aim down sights, it is absolutely ridiculous. And keep in mind, this weapon has the same speed as the TAC. Pretty much all you need in a Fortnite game now is the Wrecker Revolver. which is just crazy because there's a lot of other overpowered items as well. Like, look at the Swarm Strike, the Double Treble. Some people have even been saying that this is the most broken item in Fortnite history, and honestly, I think that it's pretty close. I mean, there is still stuff like the OG Scar and the Midas Drum Gun, but still, this is insanely overpowered, and I don't know, it could be better than both. Now, of course, I do expect that Epic will nerf this item. It is just too overpowered for Epic to leave it in the game in its current state. And I'd like to say again, I absolutely love this item. I do not want it to get nerfed, frankly. But still, I really don't think that Epic won't do anything to nerf it. Now, as I said before, there are a lot of other overpowered items in the loophole right now, such as the Swarm Strike, which is the new RPG that sends a bunch of rockets towards your enemy. And I believe it can one-shot, which is insane. And especially in Zero build, people are going to go crazy over this. We also have a bunch of new exotics, such as the Double Treble, which is pretty much just a double pump. It can hit for 200 with just one of them. And some crazy clips have already came out with them. And honestly, I just love to see Fortnite bringing back some old weapons and repurposing them. There are some other exotics like the OXR rifle, which gradually deals more and more damage, up to a headshot of 96. We also got an extremely broken healing exotic, the Slapberry Fizz, which has the slap effect and the Flowberry Fizz in one item. And it also has 300 of this. So yeah, all of these exotics are extremely broken, and in my personal opinion, comparable to the Lawless exotics. When I first tried Fortnite's new assault rifle, the OXR rifle, I honestly thought that it wasn't that good and that I would always take the hammer over it. But now that I've really come to play with it a little bit more, I think it's going to be really good and probably the meta AR this season. One of the most anticipated weapons this season for me was the Lead Spitter 3000. And honestly, I did think that this weapon would be really good and overpowered, which was honestly what I was hoping for overall. That's not exactly what we got though. The Lead Splitter is kind of good, but the recoil is very hard to control, and honestly, it doesn't even do that much damage. And I don't even think it can bleed through builds. And yeah, so I do hope Epic buffs this weapon, because it is still a super cool weapon concept. But honestly, I don't think they delivered super well. But this weapon still definitely has its uses, and it's still not super bad. Season 4's new shotgun, the Sweeper Shotgun, is actually pretty good in my opinion. It is very unique, which I applaud it for, especially with the reticle. But sadly, it just still hasn't dethroned the Sentinel Pump, which I actually love the Sentinel Pump, guys. But I hope one day in Chapter 6, we finally get a shotgun that can overtake it. But it seems like we're not going to be getting that. Now, one of the best uses of this weapon is defending yourself against the swarms, because this weapon can shoot multiple bugs at once, which actually is amazing. Which might not seem like much, but is actually a big advantage to you. And this weapon also just fits the theme of the season so well, which I love. So yeah, I think that this is a good addition, and it's a pretty cool weapon. The last new item that I want to talk about today is the Bug Blaster. And honestly, I do not think that this weapon's bad at all. If you charge it up all the way, it can hit for upwards of 96. And if you don't charge it at all, it hits for 45. But just like the last weapon, this item's main use is clearing swarms, because it does a ton of damage to bugs. So in my opinion, this is the best weapon for clearing swarms. And if you're going to any of the hive locations, I would recommend bringing this with you. Now, speaking of the bugs, they are one of my favorite parts of this season. It doesn't really feel like a hassle trying to clear the entire swarm, but the bugs are still annoying enough to make a point that the island is really being invaded by bugs. Final thing that I want to talk about in this video is the Battle Pass. And let me just say, this is one of the best Battle Passes we've had in a really long time. And it makes me feel like I actually want to unlock all the skins, because they're all actually worth it, unlike a lot of other Battle Passes that we've had. Yeah, this Battle Pass is great to see. I love all of the additions, and they all fit the theme very well. My two favorites from this pass is the Spartan from Apex and Onyx Winter. They both have really good designs, and both of them do fit the season very well. So yeah, guys, this season is actually amazing. If you haven't played it yet, go play it now. I absolutely adore everything in this season. And the season really looks like it has the potential to be a top 3 season of all time. Like, look, most everybody said that Super was an amazing season and in their top 5 or even top 3. So I think if this season could top that, this could be one of the greatest seasons of all time. Yeah, but I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Tell me down in the comments what you guys think of this season, if you think it will end up being perceived as a good season or a bad season in the future. If you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like and subscribe if you don't mind. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, God bless, and remember to always stay super.